It's a live stream doing the stuffs and the things and the stuffs and the things in the live stream. Trying not to pull the cable out of the wall in the live stream because then it won't work in the live stream. It doesn't work if it's not plugged into the wall in the live stream. All right, it's plugged in. Cool. No, it won't go away. Cool. Good to go. We are great. We are good to go. Angle it down. I have a friend.
Friend joining today.
A friend joining today.
Why you give me that look?
You just think that you have rights.
I think I do.
Well, you know what? In God's special love letter to us, he says you don't. So,
Oh!
listen.
You see, I intentionally plugged it in before you started so that I could get my battery up before you needed it. Because I'm thinking and I'm smart.
Oh, good for you.
You hear this, Peanut? Huh? Do you hear this? You hear him? Just so rude.
So rude. It sounds like. Oh, fuck, what is it? Damn it, I don't remember. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. It's a special kind of woman.
A special kind of woman?
What is
Oh
it?
gosh.
What is it?
Oh gosh.
Proverbs 31 woman. You'd be a Proverbs 31 woman.
What is that?
It's a Proverbs 31 woman.
What is that?
It's a proverb.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what it means.
What does it mean?
I'll tell you what it means. I don't know. We're gonna pull this up.
Oh God.
I'm gonna pull this up. From the good old King James.
Oh, you have a highlight.
Yeah, I do.
You do.
Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Peanut. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant's ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She considereth a field, and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands she planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengthens her arm. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good, her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. I should really be reading this in the actual English version. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reacheth forth her hand to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple.
Oh, my Lord.
Her husband is known in the gates. When he sitteth among the elders of the land, she maketh fine linen, and settleth and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchants. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. That's what your place should be. Hello.
Yeah, his reading is absolutely 100%.
Hello.
Oh my lord. The way
Welcome.
you read that. The way you read that. Oh my lord.
Welcome all. I hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed that little intro. I was just telling my wife how she can be
Proverbs
a
31 woman.
Proverbs 31 Christian woman. The most important. So important.
Oh my lord. Bennett?
You're right.
I got you, my love.
How do I do that? Pin message. I wish I
You
could post
say,
it from
how do
here.
I do that every single time?
Because I forget. Also, this person's stopped streaming. No one is here. Did you not hear my wife giggling beside me as I read that passage? My wife is literally right here. I'll do the whole stream just sitting here and just shooting the shit with my wife.
People might like that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I responded. I was like, you can leave. I wasn't going to interrupt your story time, but I was like, you can leave. Goodbye.
But welcome. The Bible's gross and misogynistic
Oh my goodness.
and gross.
Did you say I have pizza downstairs or no?
You should, and I know you still have your personal pizza, and I think you have.
I don't want a personal pizza.
I think you have.
Either big pizza or I want to order.
I think you have.
I figured big pizza would be better than order.
I think you have.
Because I could save money.
John 3:15 in the Bible. I've looked up this verse
Maybe he just wants to hear your story time.
many
Your reading.
times. I've looked up this verse many times. You'd think I'd just be able to recite it off the top of my head at this
Well,
point.
hello.
But no, that's not how my brain works.
Kitty, I was about to get up.
John 3:15. That whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have eternal life. Cool. I guess I'm perishing. Kitten.
I was about to get up.
Well, now you have a kitten on you.
Let chat see this. I was about to get up. Now I'm cat trapped.
Then you catch up.
I'm cat trapped.
Give me the thing. Issue is Judaism, Christianity, Islam incorporates spirituality that encompasses a wide spectrum of beliefs and interpretations of God's will, relationship with the divine, and afterlife, and their faith in God. Yeah? Nobody really knows what they're talking about. When's the last time you had diarrhea and why?
I love how you're going to seriously answer this question.
Of course I'm going to seriously answer that question. I think it was when I had food poisoning, like, a year ago?
Yeah.
I got really bad food poisoning from Sonic, and it was coming out of both ends. It was great. So much fun.
Thank you, Enrique.
I slept for an entire day. Like, I would wake up and, sit up in bed, be like, all right, I've been sleeping all day. I need to, be awake and, watch YouTube videos or eat or whatever. And I'd sit up for, 5-10 minutes, and I'm just like, I can't do this. And I would go back to sleep for another couple hours. It was great. Had it on Father's Day after sharing a bottle of wine with my neighbor. That could do it. I could do it.
I mixed wine with champagne. Not a good combo.
You mixed wine with champagne. Wine makes you poop, is what I'm hearing.
I think for me it was more the champagne.
Wine brings the... I mean, champagne's similar to wine, is it not?
I guess like a bubbly wine. A little more stronger concentration.
So,
I
like,
feel like.
yeah, makes sense.
So does this mean I can order? I guess I got a cat on me now. I can't get up.
Do I need to kick the cat off you?
No!
Well, because
She doesn't cuddle with me.
Well, because here's the thing. Food's going to be here in, what, like 15 minutes? Then what?
Can you get it? And
No.
I'll entertain Jet?
You're only delaying the inevitable.
Then I'll entertain Jet.
Getting comfy.
I can't. You think I can kick her off? Look at this.
She hears us talking. She's like cozying up. Do you have smoke alarms in your home? Of course. Always important to have smoke alarms.
We
Hello.
have like 3. And at least 1 carbon monoxide detector.
Yes. Because the stream is fire. I disagree. Hi, Broken Spirit.
Broken Spirit did say they'd be back, so hello.
I'm happy to see them.
Hey, kitty.
I have a cow.
His name is Holly.
Taylor came home, and she's just like, I got this cow. And I'm just like, this is doing the stream with me. This is going to do the stream with me.
Something about it.
John 3:14. I just read John 3:15, actually.
You did just read John 3:15.
I got so confused for a second, sorry. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. Okay? I have a cow too. His name is Watson. Always good. Always good. Yeah, she just saw it. I'm just like, this is my stream buddy today. This is my stream buddy. 2 Kings 18:4. Give me a second to find that. Right? 2 Kings 18:4. Nope. Yeah, 2 Kings 18:4. He removed the high places and brake the images and cut down the groves and brake in pieces the brazen serpent that Moses had made. For unto those days the children of Israel did burn incense to it, and he called it Nahashtan, I think. Yeah. People of Israel had kind of had a habit of going and worshiping strange gods. Nahashtan, yes. I believe that was his name.
Sweet kittens.
Matthew 18:20. For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. It's a very cute little verse. Israel used the brass serpent to worship demons. Well, false gods. I don't know if it specifically says. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you have a verse for that too. I don't know if it specifically says that they were all the false gods were demons per se. I do remember it saying that the false gods were nothing. They can't even like move themselves. They can't do anything for themselves. They're just inanimate objects. I remember that descriptor being given of the false gods. When you get a chance, research Nehushtan. Might just have to.
I'm a cat whisperer.
What would I find when researching Nehushtan? Taylor Skaggs, will you ever go live on your channel?
I guess I'm not opposed. I just don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. Mine could just be more of a goofy,
It's just whatever.
shoot the shit kind of live.
The point is that every physical is used by the God of this world. Okay? Where do you get that? I understand, like, idols is wrong. I mean, yeah, it's sin to, like, worship idols or worship things of this world. I don't know if that necessarily makes those things demons, but I can see the connection.
I'm just a cat at this point.
It's almost like you raised them from kittens and they love you.
You know.
Right? It's almost like you stopped them from dying. The devil can twist anything that has been created. Yeah. Devil seems mad powerful. Super duper powerful.
Snickers usually doesn't cuddle with me though. She likes men more. But you're cuddling with a cow, so I guess I'm just second best.
Kitten. You have something in your ear. Yeah, you do. Yeah, devil's got a lot of powers. Everything is of the devil in this world.
I think this is the universe telling me that I just need to order a not Captain food because.
I expected you to have ordered by now. Snooky.
Well, I'm definitely doing it now. Oh, now all the cats are here.
Got all three of the kittens.
All 3 of them.
It has been surrendered to him. Okay?
Kittens.
He's the Lord of this world, in charge of everything.
Good girls.
I don't believe in any of that, naturally, but, like, you know, according to the Bible.
The question is what?
God is telling you that if you don't believe Jesus, look to the devil so you can see. If you don't believe Jesus, look to the devil so you can see. Don't attack your sister. So is the serpent, the name for the serpent, another name given to the devil? Is that what I'm hearing? Serpent, brass serpent, snake. Just kind of trying to figure out where that gets us to Satan. I understand, you know, Satan's like the serpent and that's imagery, but does that mean that every serpent is Satan? God died for all of us. Well, he's still alive. So kind of takes the thunder away from it when you are still alive. I just have a cow.
I wish the bees would kind of go into all his limbs.
I mean, I'm sure you could. Oh no, because one of those, it's meant to sit. Oh wow, that's what have I done to it? Because it's meant to like sit, so it's not really like meant to. But I guess his arms could use some more fluff. Yeah, it's meant to like sit. It's meant to have the the beanie bottom. Has nobody but can possess. Has no body but can possess. Okay. Yeah, sure. According to the Bible, I don't have any reason to believe any of that's true, but yeah. Satan is the adversary in the Bible, the devil, the big bad. definitely something. Look at Israel, okay? They're murdering a lot of people right now. It's pretty. You know, I was gonna sarcastically say it's pretty great, but it's really not even that. I don't even. I'm not even gonna give it the sarcastic grade. It's just kind of disgusting. But what about Israel specifically? What am I looking at? It's tragic. It is. A lot of the shit happening in the Middle East now and for a while now is terrible. God says that Israel is your warning. Okay. Go on. They were divorced. Okay. Divorced from God. So is Satan using them now? Or how does that, where does that get us? What does that do for us? They have been gathered back into the land to be judged. They have been gathered back into the land to be judged. I mean, Israel's kind of, they don't seem to be struggling too much. I mean, throughout the Bible, when the Israel in the Bible is being judged, it's usually like they're on the losing end. They seem to be fine. They seem to be doing just fine and take care of themselves just fine. They're winning, you know. They're actually doing, you know, a lot of what Israel in the Bible does, you know, just conquering and plundering and murdering the people around them. And they did that stuff when they were in God's favor. So, like, I don't know if you're talking about Israel being judged, but Israel's doing fine. And unfortunately, they're doing fine with my tax money. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Fucking innocent civilians murdered at a aid point, brought to you by the U.S. tax dollar. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Doesn't that just make you want to throw up? To each is given the manifestation of the common good. Okay? What about it? Don't misunderstand, this is not in support of what is going on over there. Okay? So what are you saying? You're kind of giving me like little sentences and sentence fragments. So I'm just like waiting anxiously between your points, just trying to piece together what you're slowly feeding me. So what is the point? Maybe you can get us there.
Snickers left, now I'm cold.
Have you ordered pizza yet?
I didn't order pizza, but I ended up ordering McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. Golden Arches.
For 2,000 years, they have been scattered because of their divorce. Okay. What else?
She found a shelf.
She did found the shelf. I was driving behind someone Who lives in our neighborhood? Not like this part, but like in our general vicinity.
Look,
I'm doing a live stream. Looks like a roly-poly.
that didn't look like a roly-poly to me. It seems too big to be one. But I guess maybe it is. I don't know. I can't see
Fat.
it.
Looks like a fat roly-poly. It's not even that big.
I have to deal with the bug.
You have to. I'm doing a live stream.
You're the man.
But I was driving behind a vehicle for a while today that had a bumper sticker that says "I stand with Israel," and it's just like, wow, you're just gonna proudly put that on your vehicle.
Chat, you want to see a roly-poly? Here it is.
It's a roly-poly. That's what we call them, at least. You might not call them that.
Because they roll into little balls. Roly-poly. Oh, you just on it real quick.
Ah!
My phone or your phone, whichever.
Ah!
I want to set up the alarm.
Why not? You don't want the cops to show up again?
Not particularly. I don't know what you think you're doing, kitten.
Yeah, she ran to that door real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. For 2,000 years they have been scattered because of their divorce. Give me a moment so I can give you the scripture, okay? Their time of tribulation is coming. I hope it's soon.
No expectation.
So, if their time of tribulation is coming, does that mean that God is with them? Does that mean that God is supporting Israel in all that they're doing? Because that's just how it's depicted in the Bible. Whenever Israel's doing well and in God's favor, they're killing people. They're plundering and pillaging and taking little virgin girls for themselves. So what do we got? What's going on in Israel, in the Middle East? They rejected God because they would rather die than love their neighbor. Okay? Sign of Jonah. Yeah. Go to Jonah 4. I mean, I know the story of Jonah. He gets all depressed because God spares Nineveh.
Nineveh.
Yeah.
That's a fun name.
It's kind of a fun name.
Nineveh.
They didn't get destroyed. Jonah saved them.
Ooh.
And then God decided not to destroy them. And then Jonah got mad that he didn't destroy them. And he got depressed. And God gave him a tree to give him shade. And he's like, stop being depressed.
Here's a tree.
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of a weird story. But that's the same Jonah that gets swallowed by a fish. God says that the Gentiles don't know their right hand from their left hand, or their many animals. Okay? I do just want to be clear that, I've said it a couple times, I do just want to be clear that according to the Bible, if God is with Israel, they would be doing exactly what they're doing now. I just want to make that clear. That if we're going by biblical standards, it looks like God is right there with them. Jonah 4:11. I'll pull it up for you. And should not I spare Nineveh, that great city, wherein... I read that in one of the last live streams. And also you just said it. They were dispersed and then gathered back, okay? Broken Spirit, do you want to like get on the Discord or something? Hi, Doom. Do you want to get on the Discord so you can? Because you're killing me. I'm sorry, but you're killing me with these like just little bitty lines at a time. Just like slowly inching towards the point. It is absolutely killing me. There's instructions. You can hit the link and go to the live stream channel and follow the instructions from there. And I'd be happy to have you, because it's you need a microphone. And I know a lot of this is just your restrictions with the live chat. I don't even know how much it would allow you to put. I don't have a mic. Do you have a phone? If you have a phone with Discord, then you can do that. Yes. Yeah. So if you can have Discord on your phone and be signed in and whatnot and join, hit the link and join my Discord, that should work just fine for you.
Have a phone, but no Discord.
Okay. Okay. I mean, you can either download it, or if not, we can just keep going with chat. I don't want to like try to force you to like, download the app and like do all this stuff, but that's just an alternative to chat. If you're interested today or anytime in the future, like I'm not trying to like pressure you or anything.
We've had what, 2 guests on Discord so far since you've set it up.
So far,
It does make things a lot easier.
I'd love to.
Be able to talk.
So yeah, there's a Discord app on the phone. I assume, and maybe this, I don't know if this is wrong to assume, I assume you have a smartphone of sorts. You can download the Discord app, and then you can go to like the YouTube or whatever, my YouTube, and find, I have the link to the Discord here, or I have it in the description on my channel. And you can join the Discord from that link.
Did your last guest say that since he had like just signed up or whatever, he had to wait 10 minutes?
My last guest did have to wait 2 minutes,
10.
10 minutes, because he just set up a Discord. I don't know if that was because he just joined Discord or if he just downloaded it on his phone. Which I don't even know if you have a Discord account, because that might be a thing to set up. It might not be anything that we have to do tonight. It might just be something we do, take a few days to do it or whatever. It's like no rush or anything. Okay, Hosea 6:2, after 2 days on the 3rd, that they will rise. Okay. Peter 3:8, 1 day is as 1,000 years. Okay. What is this? What does that do for us? It's little bits and pieces. In the context behind the current topic, what are y'all speaking about? Doom, I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't really know. Broken Spirit's trying to explain something to me, and we're not there yet. So I don't really know. You can like scroll up and you can try to piece what they've been giving me, but I don't really have much beyond that. A sign to Israel that they will begin to notice. The sign to Israel is that they will begin to notice. Okay? I don't really get that. I mean, it's fine. I just do think, because this has been like, I don't even know how long that you've been putting these little blurbs in, and I haven't the foggiest clue what you're trying to tell me. So this might just be, put a pin in it, and maybe set up a Discord. And I'd love to talk to you about it. I've had you in chat in previous live streams. I've had you in comment sections. You have some interesting points and stuff that I would love to talk about. I just think that you're being too restricted
With the chat.
with the chat. I think the chat really puts a tight grip around people's throats, and the character limits and all of that stuff. And I think you're falling victim to that more than anything. So yeah, I think look into the Discord, because I think if we could get you on a mic, I think you would do infinitely better. I really am interested to see all this come together. And I think that would be the best way to do it. But thank you for trying. And I might just be stupid. I mean, I am stupid. So maybe like I'm not piecing it together of my own issues. How does that work? So I'm just trying to think. So you would download the Discord app.
Create an account.
Create an account. And then from there, once you got like a Discord account set up, you can go
Hit the link.
either hit the link that's pinned in my live stream, or you can go to my channel. I don't know if you can see it. My channel, the description has everywhere you can find me, including my Discord link. It's a little fuzzy, but hopefully you at least get the gist. And then you can join the Discord, and it'll spit you out in the general live chat, which is just kind of the welcome. And then hitting this arrow, there's different live chats, or different, the general text channel is what it is, not live chat. The general text channel. And then there are multiple text channels, and you can like hang out and put what you want. There's the general one that we can discuss stuff with. Or if you have something, I have separate categories for like LGBTQ plus, politics, atheist versus theist, Christianity, things like that. If you think your stuff would fit into like a more specific category. But then in the live streams, only during my live streams, there's this live stream text channel up here. And if you click that, it'll open this. And it says, only used during live streams. Please give your preferred name and pronouns and briefly describe what it is you would like to discuss with me on stream, and enter the general voice channel. If I approve, I will drag you into the private live stream voice channel when it's your turn, so we can freely discuss your topic live on stream. I also put a couple notes in there, like don't join if you're driving or doing something dangerous where our conversation might be a distraction. And also just that I have a little thing that I post these live streams on my channel afterwards, after I'm done with them. So they're videos. So you will be in a video on my live stream, on my channel, in a video on my channel, because I'll be posting the live stream. And sometimes I take clips from my live stream, and I might clip out maybe our conversation or something and put that up. I've kind of wanted to look at some of the conversations I've had in the past, and put those up. But yeah, I can basically use what happens in my stream as content for my channel. So you would you have a little message box, and you can write your preferred name, pronouns, what you'd like to discuss. We've talked quite a bit, so honestly, you could just like, it wouldn't have to be as formal. Like I know, like I have a whole thing, like if I approve, I'll approve of you. It's just for like more like random people. But I would still like, name, preferred pronoun, and kind of a general topic. And then after you put that, you could go to this voice channel down yonder and hit general. Live stream won't be an option of voice channel for you. It's something only I can see from my end. It's private only to me. But you can join the general voice channel during the live stream after you've put your preferred name, pronouns, and topic. And then I can drag you to the live stream voice channel, and then we can talk. And I know that's a lot, and I would be happy to baby step you through the entire process. But what you're going to probably have to do on your own would be get a Discord account, find the link to the Discord, my link on my channel, and hit that link, and it'll say, here, let me actually click it. Oh, why isn't it a link? Oh, that's annoying. Why isn't it a link? Why isn't it a link? Why isn't it a link? Well, you're supposed to be able to click it, and it'll be like, Drew has invited you to his channel. Would you accept the invite? And you would accept it, and then you're in. And once that's done, during the next live stream, I can baby step you through the rest of it. It's super easy. But what you got to do is create an account, and join the Discord, and it'll tell everyone when you've joined. So we'll be there to say hi to you and be like, hey, you did it. You did it correctly. You're here. And yeah, that's basically it. I know that was a lot, but half of it you won't have to do on your own. Half of it, all the stuff during the live stream, I will do with you. Because I would love to have you on a live stream to voice your thoughts. It's why I have implemented the Discord, because I'm talking freely and I can articulate and do all the stuff and bounce around and speak fast, all while everyone else has to type what they say, be restricted with how much they can type. Sometimes YouTube will grab their message and say, I don't like this, and just yeet it into the sun. So it's so unfair for me to try to have a conversation with someone when the YouTube chat section has its hands around their throat. So that's why I implemented the voice channel, to give people better ability to discuss with me. Me when I joined Drew's live whilst flying a fighter jet in a live action combat zone. I mean, you can listen to the live stream in the background. I listen to live streams when I'm driving and stuff, just as long as it doesn't distract you. I like music. Don't watch it. Don't fuck with your phone or anything. And if it gets you too heated or whatever, turn it off. If it's anything other than, if it does anything beyond the effect of just having music on while you're driving, don't do it. It's dangerous, but I do. My autism is a superpower in the way that I can type faster and more eloquently than I can speak. Me too. I haven't been diagnosed. I don't know if I have autism. I know I have ADHD, so that's fun. But I used to do a lot of writings or typings and post them on my personal Facebook, and I had a whole separate Facebook page, public page for my writings and stories and short stories and whatnot. I can type much more eloquently than I can type. Unfortunately, I can't.
You can type more eloquently than you can speak.
See? Type more eloquently than I can speak. Unfortunately, I don't get that option here. So you have to deal with me trying to fumble through my words and everything. Me listening to Drew's live while trying to hear the location of the nearby guerrilla soldier in a dense jungle. Well, in that case, turn it the fuck off. I can't hear the enemy because Drew's just screaming in my ear about cows or something. I have that issue sometimes. Not, I'm not in a forest, keeping a guard up against the enemy, but like, I'll have my earbud in and I'll be listening to like a debate or another live or whatever, and they'll like be explaining something, and then like Taylor or my daughter will come up and try to start talking to me, and then I have two people talking to me at once, and I'm just like, all right, stop, like, because it'll just overwhelm my brain, and I'll take the earbud out, just like, yes, just like, or just like pause it or whatever. Quran, Bible, Torah ask questions to create a dramatic effect and make a point rather than give an answer. Quote, God took away their light and left them in darkness, unable to see, deaf, dumb, and blind. Yeah. Definitely seems like people who are in charge of the religions today are kind of a mess. I heard you talk about diving into his studies is more important than my life. No, it is not. I would strongly disagree. Fucking my dumbass rambling over I don't even know what incoherently. I don't even know if I make a coherent sentence half the time.
Well, Dream, if it's more important than your life, then that means you should, worry about your life so that you can continue to hear him.
Right?
Every week.
You can't keep listening to my amazing voice if you're dead. So don't do that.
There you go.
There you go. We got you. Fucking got your ass. Stay alive. Stay safe, stay alive. Afterlife. No. We don't know that's a thing. We don't even know if that's a thing. It's like you're just like assuming that you can go over to your friend's house and that they'll just have a charger that'll fit your phone, even though your phone's at 5%. And you're just like whatever, I'm sure they'll have a charger, and then like you'll get there and they won't, and your phone will die, and then you'll just be screwed, and it'll just be done. Yeah, but I feel that it's true. If I feel it's true, it must be. You know what? I hope you put forth that energy whenever your time comes. I hope your time doesn't come anytime soon, but I hope you put forth that energy. If I believe and I click my heels really, really hard, it'll be like Tinkerbell. She'll come back to life if I believe in fairies. Something I do want to talk about real quick. Just a comment somebody left, and a comment somebody commented on it. Somebody left a comment, and it wasn't for me. They were saying it to somebody else, but it's still an important topic. The important overall topic is what I want to touch on. Maybe actually read some books about how to interpret the Bible instead of relying on your own modern concepts and an English translation. And somebody commented below that, in quotes, go find a way to make it not sound as bad as it actually is. And that's kind of what it is. It's I never trust, because there's better ways to read the Bible, and there's better resources to understand it. And there's stuff that you need to understand if you really want to understand what's going on in the Bible. So you can go elsewhere and find that better stuff to give you a better understanding. Here's what you don't want to do, and here's what I feel like a lot of Christians are wanting us to do when they say stuff like that. Go find someone go find someone who can explain the Bible in a way that makes it sound good or coherent. And then you get some priest or professor or whatever absolutely twisting and tearing and manipulating the shit out of the Bible to turn it into something that it just straight up isn't, to make it sound better.
As Doom says, in other words, let someone else tell you what to think about.
In other words, let someone else tell you what to think about the Bible. Yeah. And especially, an issue I see a lot with Christians is, I think one of the biggest issues when it comes to interpreting the Bible and whatnot is Christianity and Christian tradition and what people are taught about Christianity teaches you that God is all good and all loving. He is the ultimate good and ultimate loving. Then you go to the Bible, and it's not. It's not. God is some evil warlord, endorses things like slavery, misogyny, child abuse, genocide, murder. Like, it's you can't really harmonize. Giving an honest reading of the Bible, you can't really harmonize that with this idea of this an all good, all loving, kind, calm God. So Christians will go in and they will twist and turn and manipulate. It's like, no, it doesn't say that. It doesn't. Yes, Exodus 21 says that you can beat your slaves with a rod so long as they don't die within a couple of days. But if they die after a couple of days, it's fine because they're your property anyway. But that doesn't mean what you think it means. That just means don't beat them. Because that's how that works.
It should just say,
Maybe make a commandment that says don't beat them. But no, God in the Old Testament gives instructions on how to acquire slaves, how you can keep them forever, how you can pass them down as an inheritance to your children, and how hard you can beat them. Jesus doesn't say shit about accepting or condoning or condemning slavery, but he does casually mention slavery a few times in his verses. He does say set the captives free, but he doesn't specifically say, hey, don't do slavery, which is just kind of what we needed. And then Paul comes in the epistles and says, hey, slaves, be submissive to your masters, even if they're cruel. And yes, he does say, masters, be kind to your slaves. But he does say to the slaves that even if your master isn't kind, you still need to follow him. So throughout, we really just don't get the very obvious commandment that we should get of, hey, don't do slavery. We seem to get, slavery is fine throughout the Bible. But that's not what a good, all-loving, all-good, kind God would do. So now we got to twist. Now we got to reinterpret. Which is crazy to me, because I always say, if I die and I am faced with the Christian God, I'm going to have a lot of questions that are going to need a lot of good answers before I even think about bowing. I'm leaving the possibility open. This is an infinite being. Maybe, I fucking doubt it, but maybe this being will have valid justification for all of the shitty things that he has done in the Bible and continues to do today. Maybe. I doubt it, but I'm at least giving that as a possibility. I'll at least give him the option to explain. Meanwhile, Christians who are just kind of supposed to trust him, no matter what he's doing, they're supposed to trust that he's good and trust that everything that that shininess on my fucking giant forehead. You're just supposed to trust that he's good no matter what. No matter what's going on, you need to trust him, have faith. Instead of looking at the Bible, which some of them do, and saying, yeah, he, did genocide and slavery and whatnot, but, God must have a reason. Some do that, and it's gross. But a lot of Christians try to twist and turn the Bible to try to fit the God presented into what their idea of an all-good, all-loving God should be, instead of just trusting the God of the Bible. And I think that is very, very interesting. Why are there so many rhetorical questions within Torah, Bible, Quran? Questions that create dramatic effects and make a point rather than give explicit answer. Yeah, it's not just weaving in some of the answers. God said to kill literally everyone. The children, the infants, the animals that literally did nothing. No, he didn't say that. No. And you know what? God says that you can keep the young, unwed virgin girls, for yourself. That doesn't mean what you think. What do you? That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean what you think it means. The evidence for God and the Tooth Fairy are equally poor. Yes. You got a great channel. You ever watch Allegedly Ian or Justin on Deconstruction Zone? More so Justin, but I've seen a couple of Allegedly Ian. I like Justin. Ian's alright. I just haven't seen much on him. So I don't have much of an opinion. The Bible supports slavery of everyone except the Israelites, so clearly God has some sort of understanding that it is wrong, but is deciding to ignore that fact. He knows it's wrong, yet still support it. And see, the God of the Bible really has this he differentiates between within Israel and outside of Israel. Because within Israel, thou shalt not kill. Outside of Israel, hey, let's lay siege to this nation. Discriminates, yeah. Let's lay siege to this nation, killing all the men, women, children, babies. And you know what? Sometimes I'll just do it. I'll send a flood, or send fire and brimstone, or send plagues to destroy this city. But thou shalt not kill. Obviously. Unless, of course, you do a crime worthy of death. You know, like picking up sticks on the Sabbath. Or, you know, something like that. And that's another thing that I like to, that's another thing that I like to point out. What were those other tribes doing, and who were their gods? What were the babies doing? Everyone had to die. Everyone had to, that makes the Bible to me sound just so much more mythical. It's just like, yeah, these nations were just evil. They were just bad, evil, terrible, all of them. So God, you know, it sets up this story of like the conquering heroic Israelites wiping out nations, but they were evil. They were evil. It kind of reminds me of what Trump is doing with immigrants right now. Just saying that, oh, they're criminals, they're terrible, they're doing bad things for the country, even though most of them aren't. Most of them are fine. But you gotta kind of hype it up, and you gotta paint it as something serious. A similar thing with the Holocaust, similar thing with the Rwandan genocide. It's, if you can make the enemy, or make the person that you don't like, or that you're attacking, into a villain, then it's all justified. You're telling me that all of these nations, so many nations, so many people that God and Israel murder throughout the Old Testament, it's fine. They were all just evil. Every single one of them was evil and deserved death. Men, women, children, everything, all of them deserve death. I don't buy it. I don't buy it, but it does remind me of a very, very classic rhetoric that has been used to support horrible actions in recent history. Just in recent history and throughout human history. They were just folding laundry and playing board games. Some of them might have been. I don't blame migrants for coming here. Well, good. And they're gods. So I just got done explaining how I feel about the whole, like, criminalizing them and demonizing them. People who wrote the Bible lived in an era where it wasn't uncommon to see other people as effectively less than human, and completely irredeemable, ignoring any and all nuance. Yeah. That's just kind of how it goes. It's just kind of how it goes. I don't even know what I was going to say. I was going to make another point before I did that, but I think that point was important. Oh, yeah. I know what I was going to say. God allowed slavery because it was just something that happened at that time. It was just something that everyone did. And God knew it would just be a whole thing to try to remove that system. So he kept it there, but he just put guidelines on it because it's just a part of the world back then. God couldn't possibly, this all-knowing, all-powerful, infinite being, couldn't possibly tell them to stop doing it. He did have them stone a guy to death for picking up sticks on the Sabbath, and dictate, you know, what they were allowed to wear, how they were allowed to grow crops, what they were allowed to eat. Just dictate so many things about their lives and change so many things, but he couldn't possibly He couldn't. This is the God that factory reset the planet, but he couldn't possibly, or at least human life on the planet, but he couldn't possibly tell them, don't do slavery. He couldn't possibly. He was just so weak that he couldn't possibly tell them not to do slavery. But he is strong enough to absolutely overpower anyone and everyone and force them to do whatever he wants, even as something as simple as, hey, don't pick up sticks on the Sabbath or you'll die. But we couldn't get rid of slavery. He just couldn't do it. God was perfectly willing to say, thou shalt not kill, so clearly it is not an obstacle to get rid of slavery because people weren't prepared for it. Yeah. It's, and don't worship other gods, all this stuff. He put so many restrictions on their lives. Couldn't do slavery. Completely remapped their moral system. Couldn't do slavery. Couldn't be done. Can't possibly. It's very interesting. But maybe he has his reasons. God works in mysterious ways, right? Maybe he is all good. And those are just the answers that I'm gonna need. Otherwise, I reserve my right to call him an asshole. And just an absolute monster. Again, all of the tribes listed in the land of Canaan had their own gods and practices just like Egypt. Okay. So what do you think about my explanation of how I'm not really here for this demonizing of people that you disagree with? That I'm not really on board with this common classic trope of like making the people you don't like into these evil people and writing them as these evil characters to fix things. Or Doom's point that he made somewhere. Sometimes he makes points. The people who wrote the Bible lived in an era where it wasn't uncommon to see other people as effectively less than human and completely irredeemable, ignoring any and all nuance. Just sometimes, Please don't throw up on my couch. She's coughing. Jews, Christians, Muslim believe and think God's will and infinite nature is distinct from humanity, and creation is faith, belief in God without understanding God's will and infinite nature is a paradox. Distinct from humanity and creation is faith, belief in God without understanding God's will. Okay. How are we supposed to understand an infinite being? How are we supposed to understand it? Well, I'll give God a chance. If I meet him at the end of this life, I'll give him a chance. Give him a chance to explain himself. Just like, I even made a video. It's an older video. Like someone asking, like, what are you going to do when you're face to face with God? And it's just me doing a skit of like, you're real? Like, what the fuck was all that stuff then? Just being weird.
Mm-hmm.
Weird kitten. I would point you back to the beginning and start there because we are not alone here. Okay? I do not much. I'll probably find something else after the live. I'll probably end the live stream soon. It's just, I just need some answers. We see one dimension, but there are two. Okay? God has blinded me to any other thoughts. He's just made us as simple, finite humans. No. Plus, you're getting more attention than I've ever seen one of the cats get. Maybe. It's just my little fidget toy today. There's a spirit world that many people know about. Do they know about it or just believe in it?
To be fair,
Or do they know about the concept?
To be fair, I don't know how much the cats would like all the attention that you're giving the plushie.
Yeah, I'm just like fucking with it.
I don't think the cats would like that.
I can't just like squeeze their eyeballs. They wouldn't like that.
No, I don't think they would.
There's a spirit world that many people know about, especially those in power. Cats love getting their eyeballs forcefully squeezed. It's a little known fact about cats. Little known fact. Not many people know it. It's one of their favorite things, actually. It is not as much of a secret as it used to be. I would want to know more about what you mean by that. Like, knowledge of another world is less of a secret now than it used to be. There is more. We don't have any evidence for anything, any realm beyond ours. So I don't know how we would know that. I may not. Sure. I just need evidence. That's really. I just want evidence. That's what I made the stream. It's just like seeking evidence for God. Why should I believe? Why should I believe? Divine revelation. Divine revelation is the means through which secrets with no evidence are provided. Yeah. Stay open-minded and I will get it to you. I hope so. I hope so. Divine revelation is the means which secrets with no evidence are provided. Yeah. Stuff that we can't verify, and so many people's divine revelations contradict, and you just don't know what's going on. I do think I'm going to go ahead and end the live here tonight. Nice little conversations. Broken Spirit, I do hope to get you on the Discord in future lives so we can actually discuss. Remember that guy who asked you to remember his name because he would prove that God exists or something? Yeah.
Well, what was his name?
I don't fucking know. You were supposed to remember.
No, Doom. We put Doom in charge of that.
Doom, you were supposed to remember. You remember his name?
We remember that there was a guy. You were supposed to be in charge of remembering his name.
Robert Ben David Jr. Damn.
He did remember.
Doom just put us to shame. I'm so sorry I doubted you.
We will never doubt you again.
I was thinking Greg or something. Don't ask where the fuck I was. Robert Ben David Jr. And it's such a fun name too.
I know.
Robert Ben. It bounces. Robert Ben David. Robert Ben David Jr. I'm gonna forget that by the next live.
And then he'll remind you again.
The secret is that I just stored it all in a private Discord server. Whatever works, man. Whatever works. I appreciate your openness. I don't judge people for their sins because I am guilty of much I would rather you see. I would rather see too. So thank you everyone so much for being here. Nice little live stream. I usually go live every Tuesday night around 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Sometimes I have to move it. And sometimes I always like to do other live streams. Sometimes I'm able to do other extra live streams throughout the week. So keep an ear out for that. It's always appreciated when anyone gives me even a second of their time. So having chats, having people come back, having theists and Christians regularly come back and engage with my stuff is super cool. Just to be real for a second, because obviously my content's going to attract a lot of atheists, and I love that support. I got a really nice thread today from somebody, and it made me tear up because it was like so supportive and whatnot. But it's really cool to me that I have theists that are willing to stick around and subscribe and whatnot and continue to engage and come back, because that's what I want. It's the type of person I want to be with this stuff, someone who will just talk and engage with people who have different opinions. And yeah, I know I get a little fiery, and I try not to get too condescending. I'm a little passionate, and I need to try to rein that in sometimes. But genuinely, people like Broken Spirit, who keep coming back. I think I even have a couple Muslims who are subscribed who keep coming back to my comment sections and whatnot, is really, really, really exciting to me. Because I want that discussion, and it's easy to sit up here and be like, Christianity is nonsense, and get all of, the atheist followers, but I feel like it says something else about me and how I'm doing things when I get the theists and the Christians to stick around, and that's how I want it to be. And so it just kind of means that I'm running things the way I want to run them, which is really cool. So thank you, Broken Spirit, for being here, and anyone else. It really means a lot for anyone to be here. So thank you. And I will hopefully see you all in future live streams, comment sections, and whatever else of the like. And I hope you have a good rest of your night, day, whenever you're watching this. So thank you. Bye. Bye.